All right, let's start our mini lessons for this part of the tutorial. Guys, before we dig into the mini lessons, how did we come up with the schedule for predictive projects? We had lots of detailed upfront planning. We had 5 processes in planning phase. We broke down those work packages into activities, then we sequenced them, then we estimate the duration, and then we develop a schedule. Okay, lots of steps, and we now know exactly what activity is done on what date, for example, and how long will it take in predictive projects. In Agile, how do we do scheduling? So we need some variables here. Number one is the number of story points. Okay, remember in product backlog, the product backlog itself has different columns. Okay, column number 1 could be feature epic. Column number 2, we broke down those features into user stories, and then column number 3 is acceptance criteria. Column number 4 could be priority level. Column number 5, story points. How much effort we need to put to complete that user story. Now, when we have the story points for all user stories of this adaptive project, it means we have the total story points. Okay, for example, this project's the total story points is let's assume 1,000 story points. Okay, now another variable is the velocity of the team. We know, for example, our team's velocity is completing, let's assume, 20 story points per sprint. Now, the total project is 1,000 story points. Our team's velocity is 20 story points. What does it mean? It means this project takes 1,000 divided by 20, 50 sprints to be completed. Okay, we need 50 sprints. This is high-level schedule. This way we can give schedule to our stakeholders if they want it. Okay, we don't, for example, sequence activities. Then we don't do those like detailed planning as we did in predictive for adaptive parts. No, we do like this simple math with 2 variables. Now let's get into mini lessons with this in mind. Okay, the first concept is we need to try to prevent schedule collapse. You may be wondering, what is a schedule collapse? Guys, we did the math, 1,000 divided by 20, and we give a high-level schedule. Now, the very important thing is we assumed our team could do 20 story points per sprint. And the total story points of our project is 1,000. Okay, we assume these are the numbers. But what if these numbers are wrong? These numbers are wrong when our product backlog is not reliable. When, for example, we didn't break down those features or epics into smaller user stories right. So in early days of the project, when we are developing and creating product backlog, we need to make sure our product backlog is clear. If it is unclear, oversized, or not prioritized, it means the schedule will collapse later. Reliable product backlog leads to reliable schedule. Okay, unreliable and bad product backlog leads to bad scheduling. That's why product backlog's clearness is very important. The second concept is product roadmap. Guys, when a stakeholder comes to you as a Scrum Master or project manager and says, hey, okay, when will this project be finished? We said that you can do the math, that 1,000 divided by 20, and give the end data, for example, our project. But they may ask, what are we delivering, for example, end of each quarter? When is MVP ready? When they ask for high-level schedule, you provide product roadmap. So product roadmap acts as our high-level schedule in adaptive projects. Okay, product roadmap is a high-level plan that shows where the product is going and what big things will be delivered over time in each quarter. This is a typical product roadmap, guys. Column number 1 is time. For example, by the end of quarter 1, we're gonna have these. Quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Column number 2, goal. What is the goal of that quarter? Column number 3, key features. Okay, what key features we will deliver so we could like get into that goal. And column number 4 is like schedule notes. What are extra notes about that quarter? So see, product roadmap is high level schedule in adaptive projects. This is the most important thing that you have to remember. The roadmap gives the stakeholders a schedule view without promising fixed dates. Let's just look at the table. It is high level. We don't dig into quarter and says, for example, okay, what do we develop in, for example, February, in March, in January? No, we just talk about that quarter, big picture. Okay, this is called product roadmap. So one of the scheduling tool that we use in adaptive projects is product roadmap. Will you get a question from product roadmap? Most probably. The chances are really high. But what type of question? Let's get into it. Let's get this mini question done. You are managing a government-funded Agile project to launch a digital permit portal. The Agile team initially planned 60 story points per 2-week sprint based on a similar project. After 5 sprints, average delivery has been only 32 points. The product owner believes the team could do more, and the PMO, Project Management Office, questions the roadmap, which still reflects 60-point forecast. The team says they are estimating accurately based on real complexity. Stakeholders are requesting a realistic plan moving forward. What should you do? A. Review the original project assumptions with the product owner and adjust expectations based on scope prioritization. B. Ask the team to break stories into smaller tasks to increase velocity and close the gap with the planned rate. C. Collaborate with the team to reassess and lower the planned velocity based on recent delivery performance. And D. Split the team to reduce blockers and increase throughput across parallel stories in upcoming sprints. What a question. Very, very brilliant question. Guys, what's the problem? So in early days of the project, okay, when stakeholders ask for high-level schedule, the project manager or scrum master provided a roadmap. And that roadmap was based on assumption that the team has a speed or velocity of 60 story points per 2-week sprint. This was an assumption. But reality, after starting working, after how many sprints? 5 or 6 sprints, the actual velocity is what? 32, not 60. Now, the initial roadmap was based on 60. It means the initial roadmap is nonsense, not realistic anymore. Okay, because actual velocity is nearly half of the assumption. Now you should do something. What is the question exactly asking? The question is, as stakeholders are requesting a realistic plan moving forward, what should you do? Guys, you need to come up with a roadmap with the actual velocity. This is the thing. And option C gives us this solution. Option C has one strong positive word: collaborate. Very strong positive word. Collaborate with the team to reassess and lower the planned velocity based on recent delivery performance. So guys, planned velocity means, hey, go and adjust the velocity that you used when developing product roadmap. Okay, and you're collaborating with the team, and you're saying, okay, team, are we all agreed that our sustainable pace, our average pace is 32 points? Yes. Okay, then let's adjust the velocity we use for product roadmap, and let's give stakeholders new product roadmap. But why other options are incorrect, guys? Option A says review the original project assumptions, okay, with the product owner and adjust expectations based on scope prioritization. Guys, question has nothing to do with scope prioritization, okay? This doesn't solve the main issue. Unrealistic planning based on outdated assumptions is the main issue. But option A sounds like a good and fair option, but doesn't resolve the problem. Option C clearly resolves the problem. Yeah, option A, reviewing original assumption, sounds like a correct one, but if you dig in, you may notice that it doesn't resolve the actual problem. Okay, what did you do about product roadmap? Scope prioritization has nothing to do with it. Okay, that's why option A, although was a very good option, we don't go with that. Option B, ask the team. We don't give away our task. Asking someone, asking product owner, asking the team, this is one negative word. We could eliminate option B right off the bat with this mindset, but ask the team to break stories into smaller tasks to increase velocity. It's again, same thing. You're just breaking it down into smaller tasks. It will take same amount of time to complete it. Okay, so breaking down into smaller tasks, don't increase, for example, your velocity. So option B was nonsense. Option D, split the team to reduce blockers and increase throughput across parallel stories in upcoming sprints. Just made up statement, I guess. Very nonsense. Splitting the team can make things more even complicated. We have cross-functional self-organizing team. You cannot split the team into two groups. And yeah, this was very good question. Please feel free to read the description. Actually, let's read it. Guys, plans are adjusted using actual team performance, not assumptions. Option C ensures future forecasts match reality, which helps avoid project surprises. Involving the team creates more accurate plans and keeps morals high. And it builds stakeholder trust by setting expectations that the team can meet. Great. Now let's continue our mini lessons with another concept that we're going to learn in this part of the project, which is called release planning. This term is very close to product roadmap. We could say release planning is somehow baby of product roadmap. Okay, let's dig in and know how release planning works.